Alright, so this is the next video, and as you can see, up to this point it's pretty mundane, just playing connect the dots, and I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, right? Because eventually we have to restitch it to this, and this, probably this too, probably that too, and then do that. Gotta cut this in, and the open-ended vertices, gotta restitch it this way, this way, this way, this way, and that. So what I'm gonna do is let me work on this. This part is multi-cut tool. It's mundane, and I'm gonna just click and drag to here. Hopefully, it won't give me a hard click. Press G. Now I'll press G again. Click, drag, click, press G. Right, zoom out a bit. So as you can see, press G, click and drag. Come on. Click and drag. Press G. Press G again. Click and drag. Come on. Click and drag. Press G. Click. And then click and drag. Click. And drag, and then press G. Alright, nice. And press G. I'm gonna click and drag. Click. Drag. Press G. Now this part, I want this and this to connect, so what I'm gonna do is right click vertex mode. I'm gonna grab this, press W. I'm just gonna yank on it like that, maybe. I'm gonna turn this back on, top down, press 4. Alright, it looks like I'm still maintaining the shape. If I want to, and this is just good to review anyway, I can press, see how this is straight and this is more this way. What if I want this to angle like this? I mean, what I could do is, so it connects like that, I can press D as in David. Do I really want to do this? Okay, maybe not, because you may end up making a mistake. Spacebar, spacebar. I'm in perspective, press F again. So I got this going on, and I press D as in David. Right, that's the move anchor point. So it's live, so might as well try it from here. So I have it live, my anchor point. Then see how it says reset? I'm gonna press V as in Victor, and I'm gonna hold B as in Victor. I'm gonna get my mouse cursor, and remember I'm in perspective. I'm pressing down on V as in Victor. I'm gonna drag over here. You see how it goes from this to this? That means I'm safe. In here, carefully, I'm gonna, while holding V as in Victor, I'm gonna click in here. That means I can move my pivot point. I'm gonna snap it way out here. I'll let go and let go. Press E as in Edward. Now my pivot snapping is like this. And I'm grabbing it off of this trajectory. Spacebar, spacebar, zoom in. I'm gonna, from this axial rotation, click, rotate, 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 rotate. Press R. Right, I'm gonna grab this scale and just punch it out like that a bit more. And I'm fine with that. Shift right click, multi-cut tool, click and drag, click and drag. Press G, G again, click and drag, click and drag. press W. This is a bit ugly, I'll grab that. Maybe I'll just move it a bit, eyeball it. Grab that, move it a bit to this way. Maybe I'll grab that, maybe I'll move that a bit. So kind of it's a bit of a in between. Grab that, maybe move that a bit. You know, I grab that, maybe move that a bit. And press G, click and drag, press W, right click, vertex mode, grab that vertex, move and move, grab that, move, right, move, click outside, press G, click and drag, press W, press 3, 1 and 3, press G, click and drag, press W. Alright. This area, shift right click, multi-cut. I'm gonna click, because I'm gonna try to connect to there. But in the meantime, I'm gonna click up to here and drag. Press G. Then I'm gonna press G again, click and drag, press W. Then I'm gonna grab all of this, right? And then I'm gonna press D as in David for my move pivot. And what I can do is this rotational axis, I can just click on it, right? And then I can rotate it like so. Okay, so it goes along this way. Press W to get out of it. Now I can move like this. It's like sliding it like that. And I can kind of push in a bit, slightly. Click outside. Press G, click and drag, press W, click there, maybe tuck it a bit, tuck it down a bit. There you go. Pretty mundane stuff. This is literally like playing connect the dots. Press G, click and drag, press W. And then here, press G, click and drag, press G, G again, click and drag, press G again, click and drag, press W. Alright, so this part, bit tricky. Leave it alone for now. We'll press G, click and drag, press W. And up here, press G, click and drag, press G again, 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 click and drag, press W. Right click, object mode, spacebar. See what happens if I press 3. Alt 5. As you can see, it's definitely much better than what it was before, because it's slowly but surely coming together, right? Unlike before. So in here, it's been 9 minutes. We'll connect the dots. Press G, click and drag, connect the dots. Press W. And over here, it's a little trickier. What I'll do is press G. I'm gonna click and drag, and instead of going here, I'm gonna go here. Press G. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided. It's not preferred, but I'm going to press G. I'm going to click and drag. Here, click and drag. Press W. So now I have a triangle, which is fine. Then from here, what I'll do is press G. I'll click and drag. I'm going to cut across here. Click and drag. Press W. Press G. Click and drag, and gonna connect that. Click and drag. Press G. Almost there. I'm gonna do press G, click and drag, click and drag. Press G again to get out. Press G, click and drag, click and drag. Press G, click and drag, click and drag. Press W. Press G, click and drag, click and drag. So I'm looking here, is there anything important? I got this little power thing, so I'm gonna need some space for that. Right here. This is where the lines are gonna come together a lot. So what am I gonna do? Right click, object mode. I need to delete history first of all. Delete history. Control Alt S to incremental save. Shift, right click, multi-cut tool. So from here, are you gonna just click and drag, press enter. Here I can probably click and drag, press enter. In this part, maybe I'll go click here. Now I want to cut across like this, right? So maybe I'll delete that. Then right click, edge mode, grab that edge. Right, maybe get rid of that because it's skewing a lot. The way it's cutting through my circle over here. Press delete. Then shift, right click, multi-cut, click and drag, click and drag. Okay, that's clean. Then I got this. Alright, I might delete some of these. Press delete. I'm gonna delete that. Press delete. Just a backspace. Shift right click, multi-cut. The reason why is that click and drag. So I got a nicer little parallel running line, so I can start stitching in this area. That's the reason why I did that. Press W. Then right click, edge mode. Grab that. I'm gonna just delete it, backspace. Shift right click, multi-cut, click and drag. Yeah, this will be way nicer. This doesn't matter, This area needs a good amount of stitching, so. And then right click, vertex. Let me grab all of these, right? I'm gonna scoot it up. So I'm gonna press, but I want it to go along this axis. I'm gonna press D as in David, right? And that means I'm gonna wanna go up this way at this angle. So I press D as in David, and if I carefully, this rotation, rotate it like that. Press W to get out of it. Now I can move and slide. See this? So maybe right around here. And then right click, edge, grab that, press the backspace, shift right click multi-cut, click and drag, go to here, click and drag, press W, shift right click, multi-cut, and so this is good. Okay, so that's 15 minutes. I'm gonna press W. Right click, object mode, select it, delete history, Control Alt S, incremental save. Yeah, it may not look like a lot, but a lot has been done. This is building the foundation. Because imagine I can double click that, I can pull, and then I can hold Control, unselect, hold Control, unselect, unselect, unselect. I can unselect that, right? Zoom in, unselect, hold Control, drag to unselect, hold Control, unselect that. So watch this. From here I can push down. As you can see, I already got a bevel going on. And it picks up steam right away. But yeah. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And that's 60 minutes. Okay.